Tough one here. But this is we're what 4 months from the start of the season. I'm going deep in my bag here. The headline for Coach of the Year will be Better Call Saleh. Titans breaking bad habits. Now listen, I was in on Tennessee last year. It flamed out spectacularly, but I wasn't wrong. I was just early. You know, I love to say that. Colin, I do think you got Cam Ward, two big time weapons. Okay, in the wide receiver from Ohio State, and then they grabbed Wan'Dale Robinson in free agency. Remember, last year we saw 3 second-year quarterbacks make a big leap. Drake May, obviously the biggest. I thought Bo Nix was much better. And your guy, Caleb Williams in Chicago. I think Cam Ward can make that second-year leap with Brian Daboll. And as a result, they're going to be offensively in games. Saleh will coach up this defense. And I'm telling you, Tennessee will be battling for a legit wild card spot as a 9 or 10 win team. You know it. You say it every year. Somebody comes out of nowhere. Bad teams get good. Tennessee's one of mine.
Ooh. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I've clearly been discussing the Tennessee Titans a whole lot lately. I've been putting out a ton of content. You all have been fantastic, showing up in a huge way, and it's just been absolutely incredible. So it really does, I'll tell you this right now. Okay. Let me put it this way. If Cam Ward makes a Drake May or Caleb Williams type of second-year jump, I genuinely don't think the Tennessee Titans are just fighting for a wildcard spot. Listen, that's how football usually works, and you're always trying to get into that position. But they will be a playoff-winning caliber team. The conversation will shift more toward how Cam Ward will perform in his first ever postseason game. Well, those are the kinds of questions: first playoff appearances, road games for young quarterbacks, and we'll see all those stats and those records and all that noise and stuff that I think mattered a million years ago but doesn't matter at all now. And I just believe that if Cam Ward truly can make that leap, I just think this team, culturally, from a roster-building standpoint, coaching on both sides of the ball, clears throat, if there's just real consistency here. Just consistency in terms of, again, coaching, preparation, and game management. If Cam Ward takes that step forward, if we're watching him and you keep hearing on the broadcast now, you know, that's why he was a number 1 overall pick. Number 1 overall. Well, let's not forget he was a number 1 overall pick just a year ago. We're watching games and we're hearing those commentary sound bites. It's like, man, the Titans are going to be in an awesome spot. Man, they're going to be in just an awesome, awesome spot. But at the end of the day, it does fall squarely on Cam Ward's shoulders in terms of how much you develop and how much you take that step forward. I just made another video. And I think that video is going to end up posting after this one. I've got too many Titans videos. I need to figure out when to post them, but I was just kind of talking about how the Titans essentially have everything in place for Cam Ward to succeed. You know, they're putting him in a fantastic position to succeed. And so it's just, I don't even think Cam Ward necessarily needs to be this elite, special, great quarterback for the Titans to actually feel like they're heading in the right direction. But if we're going to look at it through the lens like J-Mac just said, we've seen these quarterbacks take that leap. Caleb, Drake May, etc. You know, I don't know if Bo Nix necessarily took a leap because I think he had a great rookie year. But obviously his team went further, and he took a leap in terms of playoff performance. He balled out in the postseason. No doubt about that. But if we see that, and that's the beautiful thing about this, it will be on Cam Ward. We'll be able to evaluate this through pretty clear eyes. I also just made a Carolina Panthers video recently discussing something similar, how the Panthers are set up. Where you have the right coach, the right offense, the right pieces. You have a lot to work with. If you come up short, if you don't quite see what you want out of Bryce Young, well then you know it's time to just move on. You get another quarterback. You know it's time to start that journey over and find another quarterback because you are a well-run team right now. You do have a great roster. You do have enough offensive firepower. You have the right coach, right? You have the boxes checked. If you're coming up short and we can point to the quarterback as a reason why, it's on the quarterback at that point. And now we're talking about year 2 Cam Ward. I've already gone through this before. He showed some great progress throughout the course of the season. But it's just like, right now, year 2, and I'm not trying to say that he better show he's elite and special and all that. I don't put that kind of pressure on a quarterback. A lot of times, especially when you're a young quarterback and your rookie year you don't have the right coaching staff, I consider this year to be your rookie year. I consider this year, and I know there are still going to be some growing pains and some issues and whatnot. So I still give Cam Ward plenty of room to fail. But at the same time, more often than not we should see genuine, quality quarterback play. And we should be able to say, alright, this thing is working. This thing is moving in the right direction. And I just think this team is good enough. And again, this is where I trust Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll, that if you're just heading in the right direction enough and you have consistency within the organization, you're going to be in a genuine position to legitimately win games. And not only win the games you're supposed to win, but also be a problem in the games where you're just kind of like, oh man, the Titans are in this one. And then it comes down to the crazy little things. Like, do you hit that 57-yard field goal? Does the other team miss that 58-yard field goal? Did you have an extra point go wide right, and now you've got to go for 2 points, right? Those kinds of situations we never really think about when we talk about other teams having a turnaround. Like the Bears, they were full of those moments. The Broncos, they were full of them. The Washington Commanders in 2024, they were full of them. The Houston Texans in 2023, they were full of them. Full of them. All the teams that make these turnarounds. All the teams where you're just kind of like, I can't believe that happened. The season is filled with moments where you're just like, whoa, the other team missed a 23-yard field goal. And then you just forget about it. You're just like, oh no, they beat the Jags, and it's like, yeah, they did. And it was pretty fortunate that the other team missed a 23-yard field goal. But yeah, no, they definitely beat them. And you just lose sight of those moments. So that's the power of just being a consistent team and being actually ready to compete. And I mean, oh my gosh, I still have PTSD from that first game, Cam Ward's first game against the Denver Broncos. I don't even like the fact that I brought it up, and now I'm starting to think about it. I immediately just want to be like, don't think about that game. Don't think about it, because that was just such a mess. And that right there perfectly represented how ill-prepared they were. Because they could have won that game. They absolutely could have won it, but they were so ill-prepared. Nobody knew how to make a play. And poor Cam Ward, it felt like they said, hey buddy, you just got drafted to the NFL. You've had no practice, no preparation. You don't know the playbook. You don't know any of the lingo. And then just a smack on the back and, now get out there and play football, buddy. You've got this. You're the quarterback. Let's go. That's what it felt like. And again, I got anxious just thinking about it right now. It was like, oh my gosh, was there any plan to make things simpler and easier for Cam Ward in that game? Was there any preparation? Does anyone want to make a play? Does anyone want to elevate? Is anyone ready to compete right now? What are we witnessing? And that really perfectly represents what went wrong with the Titans all of last year. And I think you've solved all of that, eh? To the bare minimum. You've solved all of that just by bringing in Daboll and Robert Saleh. Not to mention any of the other pieces you brought to the table. So that's why, to me, the Titans are such an exciting prospect. And yeah, every time I try to figure out what my true, firm conclusion is about what the potential of the Tennessee Titans will be, it really comes down to this: how great can Cam Ward be? And I believe in him. I believed in him last season, and I'm really excited. But it's just like, got to see it this season. Got to see it this season. And I'm pretty sure that within the first few weeks, I'm going to be very confident in my views and my analysis of where I think this team can go. I'm even excited to see some of the preseason, actually. And usually I don't care as much about preseason, but in this situation I'm kind of like, alright, I'm really interested to see what this all looks like. So exciting times in Tennessee. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you all think about the Tennessee Titans? Robert Saleh winning Coach of the Year, turning this team around, and restoring the Tennessee Titans back to a time when they are a genuine, bona fide football team. A team that's worth watching. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while. Preliminary thoughts: I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions, get into some debates, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I would absolutely love to see you be part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. So we'll build up something really exciting to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.